We begin tonight with the remarkable goodbye to the people's Pope. 250,000 people attending his funeral. St. Peter's Square bursting with 12 reigning monarchs and 54 heads of state alongside refugees and the homeless. President Trump was there sitting up front. Ukraine's President Zelensky arriving to applause. And while death silenced Pope Francis, crowds cheered as his coffin crossed the city on its final journey. CBS Evening News co-anchor John Dickerson witnessed it all. John, good evening.
The heir to St. Peter has been laid to rest in the city of Peter on a day meant not to close his life, but to extend his message through simplicity, openness, and the gospel still moving among the people. From above, the crowd in St. Peter's Square looked like game pieces stored in a box. Row after row of cardinals in red, priests and dignitaries in black. 250,000 people, 50 world leaders, representatives from more than 160 countries, all aligned to fix their gaze on a plain wooden box. The simple coffin, chosen by Pope Francis himself, became the day's central symbol. A ceremony shaped to strip back the ornate rituals of papal burial, just as Francis had tried to strip back the office itself, restoring it to a pastoral priesthood. In his homily, when Cardinal Ray described the church Francis envisioned, a home for all, a home with its doors always open, the crowd erupted in cheers. They continued to cheer references to Francis's love for immigrants, for inclusiveness, for peace. It almost felt as if they were trying to send a message to influence the cardinals who will soon choose the next pope. That's conjecture, of course, but it was a day rich in symbols. The sky was so clear it seemed to offer an uninterrupted line of sight to heaven. The wind blew the pages of the gospel left open on Francis's coffin, the word of God still moving. Perhaps no image drew more attention than this. President Donald Trump seated across from Ukraine's Volodymyr Zelensky, meeting one-on-one before the Mass. Francis's first miracle, joked one priest. It was the first time the two leaders had spoken face-to-face since their disastrous clash in the Oval Office. When the ceremony ended, the cardinals followed the coffin into St. Peter's, one of them destined to follow Francis himself. The Pope left them behind. His coffin traveled through Rome's streets, past citizens gathering for a final goodbye to the Bishop of Rome. As he instructed, he was buried at the Basilica of St. Mary Major. Simply, in his own words, the tomb must be in the earth. Simple, without particular decoration.
John, such a powerful day. You've been a witness to history here. What has struck you most about what you've seen?
Well, David, the Pope's role as a moral leader was on full display with all of those world leaders in attendance. Even in death, people were ascribing his ability to kickstart peace negotiations between Donald Trump and Volodymyr Zelensky. But what struck me in reporting here is the intimate nature of the Pope's moral role in people's lives, day to day, people who felt seen, who were drawn here by something he ignited in them, which is the smallest, most intimate, but yet very powerful moral force.
John Dickerson, thank you.